I have no explanation for that other than God was leading me. So I just wanted to share a little story with you of how God continues to lead me in my daily life of a technical specialist. We had a vehicle at one of our dealers in the Northwest. The customer's wife was driving in the rain and the car apparently just cut out. The vehicle was towed to the dealer and it had been there for a week. And unfortunately, the dealer's technicians hadn't been able to diagnose the problems on the vehicle yet. Now, normally, by the time a case gets to me, it's pretty much do or die time. So I was on my way to the Northwest the other morning. On the way, I was just asking God to continue to lead me. Normally, in a case like that, it can take sometimes a full day or even longer to try and trace or diagnose where the actual fault is or where the main faults are. And I normally have very little time, a couple hours at the most, to diagnose these vehicles when I go out. Basically, when I arrived at the dealer, the vehicle would switch on but would not start at all. There were so many warning lights on the dash that it looked like a Christmas tree. Fuel gauge wasn't working, a whole lot of electrical faults. So I plugged the diagnostic tester laptop into the vehicle. And I was sitting in the vehicle looking at this extremely long list of faults, just trying to decide where I should start diagnosing this vehicle. And as I was sitting in the car with the laptop on my lap, I just had this voice inside of me telling me try to switch on the interior light. So I thought that was pretty peculiar, but anyway, I reached up and I pushed the interior light and it didn't come on. Now, the interior light is a pretty simple feature, so it's strange for that to not even work. But anyway, it seemed pretty insignificant since there were so many other bigger problems at hand. So I just brushed it off. And as I continued to look at the faults on the screen in front of me, trying to decide where to start, something just kept telling me, go and check why the interior light's not working. So again, I brushed it off and I carried on staring at the screen, and again something said, just go check why the interior light's not working. So I started to trace the interior light circuit to try and see why that wasn't working. And a funny thing happened while I was busy tracing there. I came across another problem or something that didn't look right. I actually started tracing that fault, and that led me to one of the major problems on the vehicle. And it wasn't even 30 minutes later, and I had sorted most of the other concerns on the vehicle. So by 11:30 in the morning again, I was on the way back to Johannesburg. I have no explanation for that other than God was leading me. He just continues to lead me every day, no matter where I am, no matter what I'm doing.